Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. So the latest player to be brought up in trade rumors has been the point guard of the Toronto Raptors, Kyle Lowry. So it sounds like they want to trade him to a contender, which I was very confused by that statement because, in my opinion, the Toronto Raptors in the Eastern Conference are as big of a contender as anybody else out there. Currently have a record of 16-17, and yes, that doesn't sound like the greatest record, obviously, but the number one seed is the 76ers, who are 21-11. So there's not really that many games separating you out there. From being the top dog in the Eastern Conference, right, man? But at the same time, too, I do realize that the natural position of Fred VanVleet is point guard. They just signed him to a nice size contract. Obviously, Kyle Lowry's on an expiring contract, so if they don't win a championship this season, you might see Kyle Lowry try and going somewhere else anyway, just, to try to get that last ring or something like that. So, I mean, it's a circumstance where, hey, I recognize Toronto Raptor fans absolutely love Kyle Lowry, and I recognize that if he was 25 years old, you guys would sign him to a Supermax contract. But with that being said, all great things must come to an end eventually. Trust me, man, been there, done that with my Detroit Pistons. It sucks. It's like when you just like love a player so much, like you get like attached to them watching them over the years, and then like trade rumors start coming up, and it's just not really a very nice feeling, man. Happened to me with Ben Wallace. Chauncey Billups, it just really sucks. So I do feel bad for Raptor fans, but, that being said, man, here on this channel, we do have a job when it comes to, covering these trade rumors and stuff like this. And for today's video, we are going to talk about the teams that are interested in shopping for him and stuff like that, and kind of what his trade value is all about. But before we get going on that, if you guys don't mind dropping the like on this video, remember, man, it only takes a second of your time. It really does help grow the channel. Just get like the videos out there for everybody else to see. Just by hitting that like button, man, it takes 2 seconds. You can literally change my life, man. So thank you all so much for that. You guys already changed my life, to be quite honest, but you can change it even more, right? But yeah, beyond that, I want to remind you guys I do have a second channel, Extra Crispy, where I do daily NBA reactions over there. Also, my third channel, Crispy Flakes Plays, where I started my Detroit Piston My GM series. Episode 2 is going to be out later today, so link to that in the description below. So the Raptors, like I was saying, are 16-17 on the season. As far as Kyle Lowry goes, list is an 83 overall, which I think is kind of a disrespectful rating for him, man. Currently averaging 18 points, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds on the season. He's one of those guys that can literally just sneak up and get a triple-double on any single given night. So yeah, the teams that are actually the most interested, there's 3 that I saw listed, being the Philadelphia 76ers, Miami Heat, and the LA Clippers. So we're going to see which one of these teams make the most sense. It sounds like the one that he wants to go to the most is the 76ers, and honestly, I really do like that fit. Just as far as, switching things up a little bit. Obviously, you could do a Ben Simmons backcourt with Simmons and Kyle Lowry. I think what would ultimately end up happening, though, is you would have Kyle Lowry at point guard, Seth Curry at the 2 spot, or Shake Milton, wherever you want to play there. Tobias Harris would go to the small forward spot, Ben Simmons at the 4, and Joel Embiid at the 5, with Ben Simmons still being one of the main ball handlers out there. It would work out really nicely. Like I was saying, Fred VanVleet and Kyle Lowry, that backcourt's worked for a while now, so Lowry has no issues playing with another guy that can handle the basketball. It would be the main ball handler on the team. Because I don't really know how Ben Simmons would be playing off ball. It would be nice, like to watch him like slash to the basket and stuff like that, using that speed, that height to his advantage. But yeah, 6'11". Is he really 6'11" now? Damn, bro. So the 76ers obviously would be a really good choice, especially being the first seed in the Eastern Conference. Like I was saying, next, so we got the LA Clippers. So I think last year is what I was all for Kyle Lowry going to the Clippers. I thought this made complete sense. There was rumors out there that Kawhi Leonard was not happy with Patrick Beverley as their starting point guard. Now, that could have just been rumors and media made up stuff, right, and everything like that, right, man? But with that being said, though, it's like by getting Kyle Lowry, not only do you have that Kawhi Lowry connection that won the championship a few years ago, he also has chemistry with Serge Ibaka, but he also has the ego for it to work too, man, where like Kawhi and Paul George can still be those go-to guys, and Kyle Lowry does not have that ego to be like, I need 20 shots a game. Like, he does what he needs to do to win. So I absolutely love the fit of the LA Clippers. And then the last team that I was talking about was the Miami Heat. Yeah, once again, this would just be a nice little fit. They got some nice assets to probably get Kyle Lowry over there. But the Miami Heat have been playing better basketball as of late. They're currently 15-17. Like I said, it's only 6 games away from the first seed, though. So, I mean, that would just be one of those game-changing moves that could really get them going in the next direction. But like I was saying, the rumor that I saw the most was the 76ers. So that is the trade we are going to do for this video. And yeah, like I said, I'm kind of stuck between that Kyle Lowry is, 34, 35 years of age on an expiring contract, but also he's Kyle Lowry and really freaking good. So where does that trade value lie? Like, if you're the 76ers, what exactly do you give up to acquire that? I said, I don't think it's a case where you get damn Brandon Knight and John Hitz like the Pistons got for Andre Drummond. Like, I think you have to give up something pretty significant here in this case to get a guy like that. So, in my opinion, I don't know if they would do Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey is only 20. So, boy, also, you also got to think about, too, like, matching contracts, too. That's also where this gets really, really difficult. So, to match the contract right away, Danny Green would need to be tossed into a trade. That would need to happen, and that still, they need about $12 million more to even get this close to working. So Mike Scott would have to be in there. He would have to be in there for sure. I think you're probably looking at Seth Curry being traded away. I mean, that's just kind of like where you're at with it, right? Like, I think Seth Curry, yeah, like, there's not really any other money to make it work. I think Seth Curry would have to be part of the trade. And now the Raptors have to give something else back, too. So we'll go ahead and toss in, I mean, I'm just somebody that's got a small contract, I guess. We'll go with Paul Watson, I suppose. And that trade gets it done. In my opinion, that's still not enough for the Raptors. Like, Seth Curry's cool and everything like that. Him and Fred VanVleet would be lighting up in the backcourt. But beyond that, you're taking on, you know, Danny Green and Mike Scott that don't really do anything for you right now. So I think even so, I'm going to say a first-round pick. I think Lowry, you know, being an all-star caliber player, he's putting up just as good numbers as last year when he made the all-star team. I don't know if it would be... I think it would be probably a protected. It would be a top 10 protected first round pick. Maybe Lowry protected, but the 76ers aren't going to be in that situation anytime soon anyway. So I think that's fair. I think that's a fair trade right there to get it done. And yeah, I mean, Seth Curry, losing him and stuff. You all got like Shake Milton and everything like that. Or you can even do, you know, point guard Ben Simmons and shooting guard Kyle Lowry for the 76ers, and that would be completely fine. So that is the trade we are going to do. 2K says no, but, you know, here 2K says, right? So that's what we're going to go with right there, man. But yes, so let's go to team selection. Let's get both these teams selected. I guess I was literally right on them. There we go. 76ers selected. We got it, man. Alrighty. So for this lineup, how exactly do we want to run this? Ooh, I like that. I do actually really like Matisse Thybulle starting alongside Kyle Lowry. That has potential to be really dangerous, and you still have Shake Milton off the bench. So I think that's what I'm going to go with. And then I will probably say... Ben Simmons, okay, so he goes to a 90 overall at power forward, 92 overall at small forward. I actually like Tobias playing the 4 more than 3. I feel like anytime he plays the small forward position, he doesn't do as well. And Ben Simmons, who can play point guard, you know, going down the small forward, it's not that big of an adjustment, right? It's just kind of like what like LeBron James does, right, man? So we'll do that. That looks good to me. Gets his rating up, and that is the starting 5. And yes, that is a championship team, if I've ever seen one, with potential of being extremely, extremely dangerous. You still got Tyrese and Shake for your backcourt. You got the defense with Dwight Howard. You know, I'm actually going to give Furkan Korkmaz some minutes out here too. You might go as far as like maybe finding like a backup power forward, but you know, you got Simmons and Tobias that can both play that position too, just completely fine. So that looks good. And then meanwhile, for the Toronto Raptors, I guess, yeah, Fred VanVleet would technically be the point guard. I guess Seth Curry, either way, you know, either way works. So we'll put him at point guard. There we go. There we go. And, yeah, like I said, you get the first round pick out of it, which is not bad for a guy in an expiring contract. I think that's the most important part. If this is like a 2 or 3 year contract, he was playing this way, you would get a lot more back. But getting Seth Curry a first round pick and, you know, I mean, obviously taking on what's like I said, Danny Green's not great, but he was on this team before. So who knows, man? I like it. It's a good trade. I don't know if it gets them in the playoffs. We'll see. We will see. You lost Kyle Lowry. So, yeah, let's go ahead and simulate this season right here. I'm going to give you guys my honest opinion, man. Do I honestly think that the man, Kyle Lowry is going to get traded? Yes, I do. I don't know why. I don't know why. Unless you really think the Raptors can win the championship. And I'm not just talking about, you know, getting to the second round of the playoffs or even making a run at the Eastern Conference Finals. If you don't think you can actually win it, then I think it's a point of emphasis to trade Kyle Lowry and get back, you know, some decent assets for him, man. Because like I said, you don't want a case where Lowry, they lose in the second round of the playoffs, and, you know, a few weeks go by and Kyle Lowry says, you know, Toronto, man, thank you all for what you've done for me over the past decade, but I'm going to be taking my talent somewhere else. He wouldn't do a decision like LeBron James would, but, yeah, man, I just think it's for the best just to do it right now, unless you are really sold on the fact that you can win a championship right now, man. And like I was saying, it does suck because I know what Kyle Lowry means to that franchise. I mean, you all would not have won that ring without him. Like, we all want to go and point at Kawhi Leonard and say, oh, the Raptors would have never won without Kawhi Leonard. You would have never won without Kyle Lowry. He was just as important, in my opinion. And yes, maybe he's never been that franchise-leading #1 option that could win you a championship. But as far as, like, number 2s go, damn, bro, that is a good number 2 right there, right? So, it honestly kind of reminds me of this era's Chauncey Billups anyway, which is why I kind of take a liking to Kyle Lowry. He just has that same, like, control the pace type of mentality that Mr. Big Shot had back in the day. So, yeah, I do like Kyle Lowry for that reason. But as far as the record goes, 61-20 for the Philadelphia 76ers. Man, that would be rough to watch. Kyle Lowry go to the 76ers, though. And actually, the Toronto Raptors fought their way to the 3rd seed. 54-27 for them, man, being completely healthy and having these new pieces on this team. You know, full-on Fred VanVleet. It actually worked out pretty nicely for both sides. So, that's actually a bit surprising. There we go. We got LeBron MVP. There's the rest of the stats. Chris Boucher is most improved player. Definitely warrants it. I mean, there's a lot of other guys that probably won it over him, but he definitely has been very improved. The Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, you know, front court worked out immaculately. Said that wrong. And yeah, there we go. We got Matisse in all defensive second team. You love seeing that. And yeah, Philly as the 1st seed and Toronto as the 3rd seed. There we go, man. Let's go to these players' stats on the season, see how both these guys did. And we got Kyle Lowry, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists. Yes, that's exactly what I would imagine him getting. That's perfect. While shooting about 39% from 3. You love to see it. Those are the rest of the stats. And over for the Toronto Raptors, we do have, let's see this, man. We got Pascal, 23 points. We got 22 for Fred, 17 for Norman Powell, and a nice 14-3 for Seth Curry, shooting 45% from 3. I think he's a very underrated player, man. He's a very good shooter. We all know that about Seth Curry. We know that about the Currys in general, right? But let's see how these playoffs actually go. So simulate round right here, see how this first round goes. And we got both teams making it. 4-2 Philly over Boston, closeout game. We do have Kyle Lowry, 10, 3, 6, and 5. I love the 5 steals. I love that he could do a little bit of everything out there. That's what I've always liked about his game. And yeah, we got Freddie dropping 29 points. Okay, here we go. Next round. My emotions cannot handle this. My emotions cannot handle Kyle Lowry versus the Toronto Raptors in the Eastern Conference Finals, man. Oh, that would be so painful to watch. That would be so painful to watch. It's not painful like, oh, this is bad. Like, it'd be great basketball. But damn, it's like a Lifetime movie at that point. Okay, simulate round right here. Who's gonna win it? Man, there you go, man. Toronto Raptors eliminated 4-0. 27 for Pascal. We got yo, where's he at? Oh, I was looking for Kyle Lowry on the Raptors. Hashtag sad. 76ers, we got Kyle Lowry, 2 for 18. He just could not do it against his former team, way up in his head, but they still, you know, beat him by 2 points or whatever. 2 for 18 is not great. Ain't gonna lie, man. That's some Crispy Flakes high school numbers right there. Okay, finals. 76ers against the Pelicans. Simulate rounds. And there we have it, 4-0. Joel Embiid, your finals MVP right here, man. We got on the closeout 17-4-6 for Kyle Lowry, winning himself another championship ring. Real quick here, let's go to these playoff stats and just see, you know, how Lowry did. 18-5-7, and that's what you would get him for, man. It's for the postseason. So, yes, hopefully you guys all enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section below who you think the best fit for Kyle Lowry is going forward. Do you think the Raptors will even trade him? Or, I can already hear the Raptor fans in the comments, man, say, we're not trading Kyle Lowry. And I know that darkness you're feeling, where you're just like, if you say it, you're going to try to say it into existence. It does not work all the time, though, my friends. But that's all we got for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Check out my second channel, Extra Crispy, my third channel, Crispy Flakes Plays, for that next episode of the Pistons My GM series. And peace out.